This is the Kisnt 85 key programmable keyboard. And let's go ahead, before I show you what all it does, I'll show you what it comes with. It comes with a very long charging cable and or connecting cable to your computer. You get an extra set of directional keys and a space bar. You get 4 pins. I think those are the 4 pin, and then a pair of tweezers for removing the keys, and a user's manual, which, and I'll show you really quickly, goes over all the programmed functions that's already in the software. So let's go ahead and look at the keyboard itself. All right, so here, first off, I'll go with the sound. It's a little subdued, but it's still, you can still hear as you're going, which I like, having a little noise. Flipping it over, now that's going to be the really impressive part of this keyboard. You can use this with either your Mac system or your Windows system. So that right there is amazing. Then they give you 3 ways to use the keyboard. The first way is Bluetooth. Now with the Bluetooth, you can hook it up to anything that receives Bluetooth. Now my first question is, what if you have a lot of gamers in your house and you set it up to one person's device? What about the other couple people? Well, they've thought of that. You can Bluetooth up to 3 different devices to use this keyboard. So yay, that's like a nice feature right there. The other is the USB. Now with the USB, you're just going to use this cable, plug it in right here, and connect it to your computer. Now, it's hard to plug it in with one-handed, but you can see the port right there. And that is also your charging port as well, that you can use the same cable. Finally, we have the 2.4. All you need to do with this is plug this into the back of your computer, and you're good to go. It'll recognize this keyboard. Of course, I need to put a caveat here. For the first one, the Bluetooth and the 2.4, you do need to pair the keyboard, but it's simple, very simple to do. In fact, let's go ahead and look at how this works. All right, this keyboard is backlit, but you'll notice nothing's happening. Well, to see the backlighting, like it's in this mode right here with the cabling. If it's not connected to a computer, it has no power, even though this has a chargeable battery in it, you're not going to see lights coming on when it's in the USB mode, which is the cable mode. So if it's in cable mode, you do need the cable plugged in and that plugged in to the computer. However, in the Bluetooth mode and the 2.4 mode, it does come on. And take a look at that. Is that not fun? But it gets even better. Oh, by the way, let's go back. When I mentioned that the pairing, you see that the W is flashing. So to pair, when you're in the Bluetooth mode, you just hold down the function key and the flashing key for 3 seconds, and there you have it. Now it does turn off if you don't use it for a while. So now I just put it in the 2.4 and you'll notice a different key is flashing, the Q. So again, function key and the Q simultaneously, and it will pair. And if you're going to pair more than one in the Bluetooth mode, or I'm sorry, in the Bluetooth mode, it'll give you the different keys to light up. it'll be the Q, then the E, and then the R. So you have 3 different people. All right, so let's take a look at the different color variations. You just hold the function key down and hit insert. And then you have 20 different modes. I mean, how fun is that? 20 different modes to check out, and all of them are super neat. And how can you not love that? I do. I think it's wonderful. So each function and insert changes your color pattern. So you're going to have a lot of fun going through this. And then you can also change the brightness as well by function key. This goes up, this goes down, and so forth and so on. You're just going to have a good time seeing what all this keyboard does, because it does do a lot. So let's go back to the extra button keys they've given you. The reason why they've given you that, you can customize your board, and to do that you can, well, it's called hot swapping. You can hot swap out the keys and put in the new. And why hot swapping is great is because you no longer have to solder your board. That means no more taking the solder wick and removing. It's just plug and play essentially. So that is nice. And they do provide software for you to do that. They give you the website to download all that, and pretty much it's a straightforward process. They explain it very well in their manual. They give you tips and tricks. I mean, this is just super nice. I love the customability. I love that you can change your positioning of the keys on here. And I love that there's 3 different ways to run this. And not to mention, you have 2 operating systems that this will also correspond with. So overall, this is the best customizable keyboard I have ever used. It's perfect for gaming. It's perfect just if you want something cool on your desktop. It's heavy. It's not cheap. It is definitely a substantially well thought out, well made keyboard. You cannot go wrong with this.
Hey there, just wanted to record a quick video here to show you a visual of what the Kisnt 85 key keyboard looks like in real life. It is a very snazzy looking keyboard, looks nice, and overall, most importantly, it is really nice to type on. Has a lot of great functionality because you can also bevel it, and it actually has 2 settings in which you can do that. And the overall key feel in terms of the travel, it is amazing. And overall, I would say this is absolutely amazing keyboard. One thing I would say, and I'll just do a quick sample here, it is a little bit on the louder side. Again, that's a kind of a common denominator for all mechanical keyboards. But if you are working, again, in like an office setting where you kind of have to be cognizant of noise, it's just something is to take into account. But, if you're someone like me who works from home, or, you're just using this for personal use, it's not that much of a big of a deal. And again, overall, it is an incredible keyboard.